Hello, welcome to Clickly. Today we are going to learn about if statement. Ram cannot use the portal at first, but after she infuses power into energy well, she teleports successfully. How do we achieve this effect in the game? The structure of if statement is if then else. When if conditions are met, the if then action list will be performed. Otherwise, the if-else action list will be performed. For example, John is about to drive into the runabout. If there is a car in the runabout, then he will wait and give away. Otherwise, he will slow down and enter the runabout. In practice, conditions in if statement are often used in conjunction with and or, indicating that all conditions should be met, or any condition met, to perform the if-then action list. Step 1. Edit the terrain. First, we need to go to Object Editor, create two custom doodads, Energy Well and Portal. Then, place them on the map. Draw two circle regions at the locations of Energy Well and Portal. Rename them to Circle A and Circle B, respectively. Draw a point at the location you want Ram to be teleported to and rename it to Point 1. We also need to create a custom projectile, Power Infusion, in the Object Editor to achieve the effect of infusing power into the energy well. Step 2. Edit the trigger. Click the trigger button on the top, or use the shortcut key F4 to open the trigger. First, we need to create a global variable to determine and record whether Ram enters the energy well. Add an event. Select Unit Generic, Unit Event, in Region. Set the parameters to be Generic Unit Enter Circle A. Add an action. Select Variable, Set Variable. Create global variable infusion of type Boolean. Select True for the second parameter. This command states that the variable infusion will have to value true if the unit enters the energy well, otherwise it defaults to false. To achieve the power infusion effect, we need to add a projectile. Select Projectile Created Location. Select our custom projectile power infusion for the first parameter. For the second parameter point, we need to use the function Circle Center Point. Select our preset Circle A, which is the region for the energy well, for the parameter circle. In this way, when the unit enters the energy well, the projectile power infusion will be triggered. After the global variable is created, we add a second trigger to achieve the effect of teleportation after energy infusion. Event. Select unit, generic, unit, event, and region. Set the parameters to be generic, unit, enter circle B. That is the region of the portal. In action, select generic, condition if. Then, we need to add the if condition select generic boolean class operator. For the parameters, the first boolean is the variable we created. In Fusion, the boolean operator is equals. The second boolean is true. When the if condition is met, the if-then action list will be performed. The if-then action list includes move unit rem to point 1 and issue command to unit rem to stop. This is the same as we have learned in event condition action. When the if condition is not met, the if-else action list will be performed. It will prompt teleport failed when the unit enters. In if-else action list, select UI display info to player. Enter teleport failed for the parameter string. Select player 1 for the parameter player. The trigger is done. Let's enter the game and test the effect. Did you get it? Now, it's time to review what we have learned today. When if conditions are met, the if-then action list will be performed. Otherwise, the if-else action list will be performed. Conditions and if statements are often used in conjunction with and or, indicating that all conditions should be met or any condition met to perform the if-then action list. Next class, we will learn about loop. See you next time!